we take our attention to the economy. We're looking at economic sabotage this morning, how that the allegations are rife now of an agency of government that is actually supposed to be working to ensure that the economy of the nation is not sabotaged because it's manning or managing a very critical sector in the economy. We're talking the Nigerian customs this morning and the allegation that it is colluding with smugglers and criminals to sabotage the Nigerian economy. On the floor of the House of Representatives, Lagos lawmaker, this lawmaker represents Badagry Federal Constituency. His name is Shesi Oluwaseun Winga. He moved a motion on the floor of the House of Representatives yesterday, and that motion has been carried. That the House of Reps will launch an investigation into the Nigeria Customs Service. We have some customs officers who are joining us on this program every morning. We'll still go ahead with this. So this investigation is going to be launched, and it follows multiple smuggling revelations by an investigative journalist. His name is Fisayo Shoyombo. He's the founder and editor-in-chief of the Foundation for Investigative Journalism. This motion that was moved yesterday on urgent public importance was introduced yesterday at plenary, and is seeking to address issues sabotaging Nigeria's economic stability and border security, where the customs, they play a very huge role there. Border security and international trade, really. Wingan is lamenting that farmers in Nigeria are unable to compete with the flood of smuggled goods that are entering the country. So when farmers are suffering, tilling the ground, taking loans from banks, and engaging in massive agriculture, it is alleged that the customs are aiding and abetting smuggling, so much so that after all the suffering, the farmers in Nigeria will now be left at the mercy of these smugglers who are allegedly being aided by the Nigerian customs. Wigan is now saying that these farmers can't compete. His motion is titled "Need to Investigate the Activities of the Nigeria Customs Service," and it's raising concerns about the illegal transportation of 6.5 million kilograms of rice and over 2,000 cars coming in through the Badagry border. This was revealed by Shoyombo, as well as the incidents of harassment and brutality against citizens and traders. He was citing the Nigeria Customs Service Act, and this motion was moved as one of urgent public importance. After Wingan has moved this motion, the Speaker of the House, Tajuddin Abbas, he put out this motion to a voice vote, and this voice vote was won by those who said ayes. The ayes had it there, and so he referred this motion to the House Committee on Defense, Customs and Excise for further legislative action. Shoyombo, an undercover investigative journalist, he did a story on smuggling, and he published this story in February in his journal. That's really that trailer actually of this investigation, where Shoyombo worked as an undercover smuggler. That's an undercover as a smuggler. That's the title of this. Released on February 20th, and he followed it up with a multimedia story, which was published the next day, February 21. It's a 16-minute documentary. You can go and check for it and see it. It took him about 2 years to do that detailed work. How smugglers who are working in collaboration with customs officers bypass border security to bring in contraband. And these contraband is not just food items. Apart from rice, they also bring in motorcycles for terrorists. They bring in weapons. They bring in hard drugs into Nigeria. And through this investigation and a follow-up interview, which was published also on Channels Television, he revealed how arrests by the Nigeria Customs Service were often limited to those who failed to pay bribes. So when they parade people, Shoyombo is alleging through that documentary that those ones you see maybe the unfortunate ones who don't want to settle, the people at the border, and so they catch them once in a while. they parade them and all of that. And after that undercover investigation and accompanying documentary, Shoyombo, he has continued to share evidence of corruption and smuggling within the customs service on his X page via what is now fondly known in social media circles as Good Morning Nigeria Customs. You can go and see there. So a number of tweets there, a series of early morning tweets drawing public attention to the rot in the customs service and indicted by Hussein Ejibunu, who was subsequently removed as a controller, Federal Operations Unit Zone A, Ikeja, Lagos, and relocated to Abuja, notably in one of the last acts of smuggling by IBD Dende under Ejibunu's watch. 3 2024 Toyota Land Cruisers and 4 white coaster buses were smuggled into Lagos in the wee hours of April 4. Notably again, on April 2nd, Shoyombo had also tweeted about how customs officers led by Patrick Odion, the OC operations for Ajegunle Ilaro Road in Ogun State, broke into a house in Oja Oda, carting away 155 bags of rice, none of which he declared to the customs. Apart from that, and before that, he had also tweeted about how a CSC Sabo, the OC operation for border drills in Ogun State, was summoned to Abuja for selling off one half of smuggled rice that he seized in Badagry while delivering the other half to the NCS, and how his patrol vehicles often escorted IBD Dende's motorcycles out of Ilaro and Ojaoda until their arrival in Oyo for onward movement to the north. Shoyombo's good morning tweets so ranked the tweets rankled the ranks of the Nigerian customs that they hatched an ultimately futile plan to raise over 15,000 tweets against Shoyombo. And so when he finally suspended the one-man social media campaign against customs aided smuggling and sabotage of national security and economy, he put up a one-stop compilation of all he and the FIJ had written on customs in 6 weeks. His resumption of the good morning tweet in November extended to Badagry this time, consequently drawing Wingan's attention. That was what led him to move that motion. So the issue here now is the issue of economic sabotage. How these allegations that customs are aiding and abetting smuggling of rice, motorcycles for terrorists, weapons into Nigeria, and of course when those items come in, especially the rice, the even frozen food like chicken, turkey and all of that, it leaves the Nigerian farmer in a very, very bad place. He can't compete. His year-round toil on farmlands amidst the security challenges become a waste really. And the question is, to what end? Economic sabotage. How the Nigerian economy is being degraded. How it's being dealt a huge blow by no other than those who are supposed to be looking after it is the big story this morning. This revelation and what to be done, to check out all of these things as have been moved by Lagos lawmaker Oluwaseun Wingan at the House of Representatives yesterday. This investigation that should be launched. That's the crux of the big story this morning as we invite you to air your thoughts on it. 0700 923 923 923. Perhaps you have a first-hand dealing about this. Maybe you're working at the ports, you're working at the borders, you're bringing goods into the country. You can share your experience this morning on the big story. 0700 923 923 923. That's 0700 923 923 923. Or you can send us a message on WhatsApp 0817 313 6193. That's 0817 313 6193. Or also call us on 0802 054 4484. Thank you so much for calling.
This is Oye.
Yes, you have 60 seconds.
Concerning the upgrade on customs, I remember in the days of Obasanjo, he once shaded their top city that you people will be entering stores in Ota and Co. How did this thing pass through Idiroko and Seme border? I think customs need a touch. They need to redeploy so many officers. They are immersed in this thing. These goods we get into Idiri, we get into Awepo